Alright, hey guys, so this is a little bit of a different format. I'm trying something new here because we do have an upcoming project soon. This is my kind of practice to learn how to use a DAW or digital audio workstation for YouTube, for you making YouTube videos. Just stay tuned for that future project. It's coming into fruition slowly but surely. But today, I come at you with a video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. This is my first review of any fragrance on my channel. I've done a lot of first impressions. Haven't really done any reviews. I've talked about fragrances, but I figured why not start out with my favorite fragrance. One thing though, not cheap. Keep that in mind. And number two, nobody talks about it. This is a niche fragrance from a very well respected and revered house in the fragrance community and in general. They're very well respected. You might have heard of Frederic Malle, I believe, or the house is based in France. They have a couple shops in the United States. I know they have one in New York City. That's the only one I know of, though. There might be a couple more that I might not know. However, on eBay, another eBay buy. This is a trusted seller on eBay. I was looking to buy Dries Van Noten by Frederic Malle. If you know what that fragrance is, and if you have it, you're lucky to have it because it's been discontinued for well over a year now. Very hard to find on eBay. Pretty penny. They're asking for well over $1,000 per bottle. Do not pay that price unless you know the fragrance or it's really sentimental to you. Obviously, then that's your own discretion. When I was looking for it, I was looking for a very high quality niche fragrance. And Dries Van Noten was the first one. Supposed to be like sandalwoody, a little smoky, a little vanillic, very comforty, warming, inviting. Then I had heard about a legendary fragrance in the house, Musc Ravageur. Maurice Roussel, iconic perfumer, Nautica Voyage, a bunch of other fragrances I can't really think of on the top of my head. I've smelled that in, I believe it was in Nordstrom at the Grove. Beautiful scent. A little spicy with some clove, vanilla dominant too. Almost gourmand light. I was expecting more musk. I got some, didn't get as much as I expected. I tested that fragrance after acquiring this fragrance though, because I had watched a few interviews of Maurice Roussel, and he actually talked about a fragrance that he was really proud of, and he said it was in honor of Frederic Malle, who is the owner of the brand. He's considered a perfume editor. So basically, with his fragrance brand, he invites all these perfumers to create their own creations just under his house. Basically, is what it is. He lets the creators do whatever they want to do. The perfumers do whatever they want to do. He maybe tweaks a little bit here and there, but that's about it. He doesn't really have any like strong restrictions on the perfumers, which is what I really like about the house. I've tried a few, like I said, Musc Ravageur, beautiful, beautiful scent for the fall and winter time. Promise, I think that's if I remember correctly, Promise is Dominique Ropion, another brilliant, spicy, elegant, warming, and inviting scent. But when Maurice Lucel started talking about this particular fragrance that I'm going to show right now, he talked about it in a way that I was trying to figure out. You know what? I do want a fragrance that wants to come across that way too. So when I heard about it, I started veering tracks. So at first it was Dries Van Noten by Frederic Malle, and then it was Musc Ravageur, and then being swayed by the perfumer of Musc Ravageur, who also created this, and Maurice Roussel, I ended up getting my hands on Dante Bra. Such a beautiful fragrance, first off. I'll tell you that much. Little slip cover. I'll read the back because it will give me the notes. So I'm not going to read the French. I can't read French that well, so I'll read the English part. The deep and lasting odor of warm skin with all its salty hints and rich overtones. A fragrance carved with hefty chunks of cashmeran, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. It is reinforced with salicylates and incense, softened with heliotrope and colored with a violet accord. Intimate, deep, a quiet sensuality, an exalted skin scent, the real essence of perfume. This is the only notes that you really need to worry about in this fragrance, at least in my opinion. Musk, violet, and cashmeran. Cashmeran and musk play a huge role, but so does the violet and a little bit of iris too, giving it a powdery appeal. Here's the bottle. Brilliant, elegant, simple bottle. Here's Editions du Parfum at the top, the EDP. That's what the EDP stands for on the top of the Frederic Malle bottles. Let me see. I have a batch code on mine. I don't know how the older bottles looked, but I'm not sure if they had some type of batch before. Now they're under Estee Lauder, so they've changed. This is not my scent of the day, by the way. This is too good. Too good. Way too fucking good. This, like I said, is my favorite fragrance of all time. I've smelled well over 100 plus fragrances. I'm not like a fragrance expert. I've only done this for a couple years or so. I've smelled well over 100, probably 200 at this point. Fragrances, niche, designer, cheaper designers. I have yet to come across a fragrance that just captivates me the way this does. And the reason why is because this just smells like a warm hug. Very, very inviting, very warm, very elegant, very carnal. This is almost as true of a skin scent as you could ever get. Doesn't project all that heavy off my skin, but it lasts forever. This is like a perfect skin scent. If I had the money, this would be my signature scent. If I could only have one fragrance in the world, it would be this. This would be the only scent if I was ever only just to have one fragrance. That would be it. There's a couple fragrances that run a close race, but nothing has yet topped Dantebra. In French, Dantebra means in your arms, and that's a perfect way to describe the fragrance. Hmm. God, that's so good. The dry down is incredible. The dry down smells basically like skin, not in a dirty way, and not in a clean way, but it just smells like warm skin. Very unisex. Any person could wear it in the world. Doesn't matter your gender. Doesn't matter whatever you believe in. You could walk the hell out of this if you really wanted to. No one in the fragrance YouTube community has talked about it. Maybe, okay, I shouldn't say no one, but almost no one has. None of the big YouTubers of like your Jammy Fragrance, your Jen Sense, like those type of people, your Red Adolescents, your Big Beard Business, all of them. Who else? Like Demi Roiling. Like, they don't talk about this. No one talks about this. This is criminally underrated. All the love, like when it comes to Frederic Malle, all the love goes to Muscrave Jour, French Lova. Promise is starting to get a little bit of hype, and for good reason, because that is a brilliant scent as well. Probably gonna be my next Frederic Malle purchase, but being a college student, I'm broke as shit, and I will get into the price in a little bit. Because this is not cheap whatsoever. None of Frederic Malle's fragrances are cheap. Just be aware of that. Because this is based around cashmeran and musk, it's not synthetic in a cloying way or an annoying way. Even though I know this is a synthetic fragrance, it actually smells very, very realistic, like skin, like giving a huge warm hug. It's really freaking realistic. It's unreal. Now the price is where a lot of people are gonna get deterred. And you know what? For some people, it is justified because you do not have to spend a lot of money to smell good. However, I have not smelled a fragrance with musk or cashmere that have encapsulated a very warm hug like this has. Retail on Frederic Malle's website, at least from what I remember, I'll take a screenshot. I believe it's $290 USD. I don't remember if they have a US website. I'm pretty sure they do because they do have a shop in New York City. So I'll leave a screenshot if I can for a US website, because if it's only being sold online via Europe, the shipping is just gonna be way too damn much. I got this off of eBay from a trusted seller. Trusted seller, perfume to go, $240. Not a heavy discount, but discount is a discount. You can find Frederic Malle fragrances on eBay on your fragrance buy. I've seen a couple. Fragrance X, I've seen. Fragrance Net has a couple, but not really well priced. I usually just shop around on eBay just because I've bought a lot of stuff off of there, and it's very it's a very gray area. You got to be careful, and I actually will do an eBay guide to help you guys out there or you girls out there who want to buy fragrances at a discounted price, because from my experience, the few discounters that I actually trust, the only two I've really bought off of a lot, fragrancebuy.ca, I'm starting to get into more because they have a lot of really hard to find fragrances, but mainly eBay. It's mainly eBay. You just need to find the proper sellers. On my skin, as I mentioned before, performance, don't worry about the performance. This is not a performance, like, this is not a projection monster. It's not supposed to be. This is meant for the ones close to you. This is an invitation for the ones close to you to get closer to you. You take it for what you will. I'm being as dead serious as possible. To me, it's weird that I've never worn this around like my friends. I've only worn it around the house. There's been a few times I could have worn this, but I didn't, and I don't know why I didn't. I kind of regret not wearing it. I can't wear this right now because my scent of the day is another fragrance that I'm going to review in a little bit here. At least get a sample. If you can, please get a sample of Dante Bra from Frederic Malle. Not the easiest thing to find. You're probably going to have to find it online. You could probably find a sample on eBay. You could probably find samples on Frederic Malle's website. You could try like your fragrancebuy.ca's, your Fragrance X, your Fragrance Net, Joma Shop, all that stuff. You could try those out. It's just too good not to try, at least in my opinion. I'll support it for as long as it's out there for. I pray to God this never gets discontinued, because the day it does, it's gonna be tough, because this is not, this is a lot. This is a dent. I've had this for 2 years. I've had this bottle for over or almost 2 years. I bought this bottle October of 2020 or November of 2020. Got me through the pandemic. Still getting me through to this day. The only reason why I'm reviewing it now, there's a reason why this is my first fragrance review. People need to know the name Dante Bra. Try it, please. I will defend it. If you shit on it because you don't like the smell, okay, what can I do? I will say though, this takes time to understand. This takes time to understand. Do not write it off right away if you do not like the fragrance. If you think it smells bad the first time you spray it, let it macerate for a few months. That's not, obviously with me, this was an immediate love. This became my favorite fragrance the moment I smelled it. Like I said, this is about as clean, warm hug as you could get. Just laying on clean sheets. It's like hugging your significant other. I'm doing this review because this fragrance deserves more love. If any fragrance YouTuber out there, just please try this. Please. At least sample it, because as all you fragrance YouTubers know, this is not cheap. Frederic Malle, not cheap. This is one of the more affordable, or I wouldn't call it affordable like that, being that it's cheap, but this is a little easier to get a hold of compared to like your Moon or your Dawn and some of your other like Desert Gem type of Frederic Malle. It's not that. This is an '08 release from a master perfumer in Maurice Roussel. So I hope you loved the review. If you liked the review, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to leave a comment down below, leave a comment down below. If any of you have smelled Dante Bra or own Dante Bra, Let me know your experiences down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from other people's opinions. This is one of the few fragrances that I love to get other people's opinions on because for me, like I said, my favorite fragrance of all time. Hasn't been topped yet. I don't know if it'll ever be topped. I'm not saying it won't, but at the moment it hasn't. So there's that. I will review another fragrance that came really, really freaking close to doing so. Not this. This is not the one I'm about to review right now. After this video, it's a different fragrance, and I'll probably do it before I leave for Syracuse. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.